Video 2. He's been gone a couple weeks now. Today was the first really, really hard day that I've had for a while. Not that I really miss him. I don't miss the drama that's involved with him and the arguing and the constant bickering and my whole life revolved around him and making sure I had food and making sure that the laundry was done and making sure just constantly, even those little tiny things, it was all the time. I don't know. I think the last couple weeks has shown me that I'm okay. I'm better without him. I can breathe. I miss him. I miss his smell. I miss the thought of him, but not him. Does that sound right? I would miss if I would have to go over and ask for a hug. He would be like, yeah, okay, and give me a hug, but who really asks their spouse for a hug? Don't you know when your spouse is hurting or they're sad or when they've had a hard day and they need a hug? Or that's my love language. We've been together 32 years. How do you not know that? How do you not know that I'm sick? I have a lot wrong with me and you bailed. You were talking about fucking other people. I'm sorry, my language, but I heard him. Who does that to their wife of 32 years? Why I stayed so long. I think about all the things for so many years, the horrible things I went through. Small, very small things. But the more I think about the things over the years, the more I seen that it was almost like filling me up with lies and making me feel so worthless. And he did it so maliciously. Everyone thought he was such a great guy and he's so nice and he's so sweet. Excuse me. I just can't really see him doing something like that. Well, you can come ask my daughter who lives here with me and my son-in-law, and they'll tell you how messed up he is. They'll tell you how he belittled me. It's sad. It's sad thinking for the last year he's been on Instagram. Before that he wasn't because he's cheated so many times. I've never really trusted him ever since then. Which I haven't really gone back and talked a whole bunch about. We got married at such a young age. Then maybe it's because he was never able to really mature properly, or I don't know. I think how different I would be if I wouldn't have got married and pregnant at 17. I wouldn't change it because I love my daughter so much and my granddaughters that I would go through all of this for them because I love them that much. But it's hard. Being married at such a young age. After we got married, within a week or two, he told me that he had been having sex with his best friend, who was a female. And I remember it was late in the evening and we, hung out, watched TV or whatever. And I remember going to bed and him falling asleep and going in the bathroom and just sobbing, thinking, he cheated on you, girl. Like, and now you're knocked up. You're married, and he cheated on you. And it was only the beginning of that. Like, I wish somebody would have given me the self-confidence back then to say, stop. It's not okay. And he did that then. And then, like, he was fooling around in the military, and his cousin set him up with, like, his girlfriend's best friend. And I just, like, I remember on his bachelor party, we renewed our wedding vows, and I remember he was going to go to the strip club with my brother and my brother-in-law and some other people, and I remember crying to him and going, please don't go. I don't want you to go. Like, we're married. We had been married 11 years at that point when we renewed our vows. And I remember him looking at me and going, I don't care if you want me to go. I've never been and I want to go. I'm excited. Like, right now, my heart is beating so fast and I feel sick. Because it makes me so sad to think. I was so sad. I didn't want him to go. I wanted him to go, okay, if you don't want me to go, I'm not going to go. Like, I respect you. I love you. We've been together 11 years. Every time I get on here, my hair looks horrible. It doesn't matter. Everything has been so hard. Our whole 32 years, like, he was a fireman and he worked part-time jobs. He always hustled, but we always struggled. Like, I worked, we always struggled, and it didn't matter to me. Like, I loved him no matter what. It wasn't about the money. I remember when I first married him, thinking, golly, he is so fine. I'm not fine like that. Like, I'm kind of ugly. Why would he want me? But I think even at 17, he was a narcissist. I don't know. I'm going to ask my therapist that, but if that's possible at that young of an age. But the reason I say that is he was a Mormon, and he told me he didn't want to go on his mission. And he told me that that's why he didn't care if I got pregnant. Oh, he told me this after we got married. But remember, I was 17. I was a kid. Like, this was 32 years ago, so things were a lot different also back then. But what the hell? It makes me so sad to look back on that and go, how could I want to be with somebody that just told me that they wanted to be with me and got me knocked up because they didn't want to go on a Mormon mission? Like, and I even said something to him recently about it when his cousin was here, probably like 2 months ago, and he's like, I never said that to you. And I looked at him and I was like, yeah, you did. Like, I'll never forget it. And I also remember him saying that he dated me because he thought my parents were wealthy. Like, and they were compared to his parents, but my dad hustled. My mom hustled. They worked. His dad has always been kind of like, he never really had a profession. He had a job, I would say. They struggled, like, the whole time. He was married to Chris's mom. I guess I shouldn't say his name. I don't really care. I don't know. This is really hard. Like, I really was fine when I got on here, but thinking about all this, like, everything now with him is a game. Like, I've tried to talk to him, emailing back and forth, to see if we could come up with a mutual agreement so we don't have to go before a judge and have her decide our life. And it's like he just won't. He doesn't want me to have anything. He does not want me to have anything. Like, I haven't worked for 10 years. I have TN. I don't know if you know what that is, but I have chronic migraines. I have pseudotumor cerebri. I have low thyroid. I have fibromyalgia. I have severe depression. I have severe anxiety. It's only worse now. I have so much shit wrong with me. Like, really? Like, how fucked up are you? Like, I gave you 32 years of my life. I gave you 2 babies. And this is how you're going to repay me? Like, saying, I'll give you 40% of my pay for 10 years, and after that, fuck you. You can get on government assistance, and I'm not going to give you my insurance. You can get Medicare. What? Who does that? Who does that to somebody they've been married to for 32 years? Like, you gotta be mental. Like, if it was flipped, I would be like, I don't know. I don't know, Carrie. I know that this is the best thing for you. I know you're suffering. And I know you're going to look back on this in a year and go, I am so proud of you, because I am so proud of you. This is the most courage it's taken me to do anything in my life. I have never been more hurt. I've never been more sad. I have never missed somebody more. It's like somebody dying. I'll be honest, I've asked for it much. I've asked for him to die a lot. And as soon as it comes out my mouth, I ask God to forgive me. Because it's not my choice. I'm sorry. But it would make things so much easier. I'm so grateful that he doesn't live anywhere near me and that he lives in Georgia now. Because it's not like I'm going to run into him up the street. But if I would have known the last time I kissed him was the last time, I would have held on longer. If I would have known last time was the last time he'd hold me, I would have held on longer. I would have done a lot of things differently. But sorry. I feel weak, crying. That's from him too. But he's told me so many times, made me feel so ugly and gross, that even looking at myself makes me sick. I hate looking at myself. Even though I know I'm beautiful. I know that I'm beautiful. I just maybe want to heal and maybe one day find somebody else. But even if I don't, I would rather be alone and sad and lonely the rest of my life than to stay with him. So, video 2 down. I've thought about doing this for the last week or 2. I just didn't have the strength or the quiet time. You got this, girl. Just keep on keeping on. I'm sorry. You are beautiful and you deserve happiness. Don't let anyone tell you any different. If you're here because you're struggling and you're going through what I'm going through, hang on. Always reach out to me. I'm on social media, Facebook and Instagram. My best advice for you is, if you're going through infidelity, is to find a support group. It's been a lifesaver for me, and I've met so many wonderful women and men, but sorry, it's gross. So many wonderful women that have been married as long as me or longer, and that are suffering just like I am, and to know I'm not alone, and that I have people behind me backing me up saying, you got this. It's been so helpful. I have such good friends. My amazing sister, I love you so much. My daughter, I love you. My granddaughters, my son-in-law has been wonderful. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but he's paid for my medicine. He's been wonderful. Him and my daughter. I'm lucky to have them, and if you don't have that, I'm sorry. You need a good support system, because it will hold you up when you can't. But more than anything, you need God. I'm sorry if you don't believe in God, but He is my everything right now, and He's what's been walking beside me telling me I'm going to be okay, and that's how I know that this is the right decision. So hopefully I'll get another video out in the next couple weeks or next few days. Just depends. But keep it up, girl. 2 down.